think that, let's say with the let's say give you a time frame, do you think with that within the next 3 years that the Redskins will change their name, or it's gonna still be Washington Redskins in 2024?
Nah, it's gonna change, man. They're gonna change it.
Nobody's gonna force Dan Snyder, and it's all on Dan Snyder to change it. Like the NFL can't force him to change it. He's a private entity. Like just because a team is affiliated with the NFL doesn't mean they're owned by the NFL. Like,
all right. So do you think that if he let's say he just does this shit on his own, right? Let's say next week he'd be like, you know what, I'm just we're gonna change the name. So do you think that it would be more like how do you think that Daniel Snyder will be looked at? You know what I'm saying? Is he? Because you got Redskins fans that don't want to change the name. You know what I'm saying?
If we're winning games and people paying to come to the games, then he has no reason to change the shit. But if people boycotting the game, he losing.
As an outsider looking in, this is a businessman. We're talking about a businessman. This is. I think he would welcome it because it's just rebranding. It's just rebranding. And
I was gonna say that. I swear to God,
I'm gonna make more money.
Ma.
Especially when we first changed it, we gonna make hella money as soon as we rebrand. I don't know what colors y'all gonna be branding with, or whatever, dog.
Nah, keep the colors and all that.
Just
reinvent. Yeah, just reinvest in the team. Just reinvest, just like you said, the stadium, get the uniforms and all that, new management, all that. Just reinvest. Scrap it, start over new.
You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, it'll be great.
You know how many teams get new uniforms and we just stick with the same old classic shit? Like
man, that's what I'm saying.
He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
He has the bread. That's what is crazy. He has the bread.
But I don't see him doing it just because. I mean, it's like, as Randall said, it's his business. So like, how many actual like businesses? Even as you think about, we talk about sports, but as you talk about businesses, how many businesses literally just be like, you know what? It's time for a rebrand. It's time for me to change the entire naming of my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the thing.
Well, they only do that when they losing money, and
they're not losing the whole. But they're not losing money. That's the thing.
My bad. Go ahead.
I know, and that's the dilemma.
You act like this nigga is not like an outsider. He's not gonna get hit with outside influence. This nigga is from Silver Spring. Like, he's self-made. He bought the Redskins. He's a fan of the team. Like, he's. Like, that's that
real fan.
That childhood nostalgia that he had back then, like, he still has it. He's not gonna give that shit up.
Times a million.
Nobody.
Hold up. I didn't know
I
that.
think if there's a push for it, the push would be now for that. Like, the pressure will be on. It's intense right now.
Feel pressure. He not out there. Like, he goes to the reservations and see people with Redskin like the name Redskin. So he's like, okay, if they fuck with it, cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, so everybody on the outside is making a bigger deal than he is.
Yeah,
it's damn near almost a weight off his shoulders.
I agree.
And it's not like he's like racing, like sitting up there like, ha ha ha, look at them. Like,
I don't feel like that.
Yeah, so like,
I agree. And plus,
so would you say that the public outcry or whatever backlash isn't big enough right now?
No, I mean, it's the same shit.
Dan Snyder don't. Oh, go ahead, Randall. My bad.
I'm saying it's like the same shit with people tearing down these statues and shit. Like, like if it's wrong, you should have been done it. Like, why are you waiting? You should have been.
Right. And plus, Dan Snyder, he don't strike me like the type of dude that's just gonna fold just because of whatever, you know what I'm saying, the trend is in the moment. And same thing with Jerry Jones. Like, I don't.
How has he made his money? What is he investor? What does he do?
Dan Snyder been fighting this though. He's been ignoring that.
His first million. He made like his first million like when he was like 18 in his garage.
On drugs?
And no, he was selling. Like vacations to like college students. He made his first million like that.
Selling what to college students?
Like vacations to college students.
Vacation.
And
then new uniforms.
So I don't want to.
We're the only team that don't upgrade on uniforms. Like,
I just want some new colors, just a splash.
I don't want to compare the two, but so I'm going to. So he's similar to Mark Cuban. How Mark Cuban came up.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Cuban was like tech.
Self-made.
Yeah.
Right.
Completely self-made.
And he's still fairly young as a billionaire or whatever. That's why I expect him to go ahead and go with the change. He's not like a Jerry Jones or whatever. I know Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones would never change that motherfucking name. But
just start a new era,
Jerry
man.
Jones old school, dog. He an old school type mindset. Like he ain't the type that's gonna fold, bro.
Yeah, nothing.
Like,
nothing.
That ain't
That's
him
why
at all,
I expect Daniel Snyder to maybe
it's just a
do
new
rebrand.
era, man.
I'm not saying he's buckling under pressure, but I'm saying as a smart investor or businessman, a rebranding. You know what I'm saying, to make more money in the long run or whatever the fuck. I would expect a younger billionaire.
For the Redskins, we kind of like that's like a classic joint. Like that shit ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Redskins still one of the most lucrative franchises.
Why?
And we had the same
every year
uniform forever. You know what I'm saying? And we been some shit, but we still been lucrative. I think that burgundy and gold play a part of that. Like
because of the history. It's the history.
That's part of the legacy. It's definitely part of them Super Bowl runs, all that. It's classic. And it probably is like the most vintage uniform in the league too, for real.
You've been
for real.
And overall, though, I do. Overall, I do agree with Randall. I think it's a thing where, like, you know, it's one of those situations where you got like people with their own agendas, and you know, like a nigga might just want to take Dan Snyder down because he don't like it, and then want to use the racist name as an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's one of these same situations.
Mike said what?
Mike Wise from
Oh yeah, what about him?
Like he the worst at it. Like he just used like all his like personal like vendetta towards Dan Snyder. And he's like, you know, white man that wants to make change
oh yeah, he's a liberal white, exactly. Yeah. And Max Kellerman just like that too. But but that's the thing though. I think that if Native Americans, like the average Native American walking around, is offended by it, then change the name. But this could just be another motherfucker telling you that you should be offended by it. That ain't even fucking Native American. You know what I'm saying? We know a lot of that shit goes on today, where you got people telling you that you should be offended by, even if it doesn't offend you.
It's just part of the narrative that's going on in America.
Exactly.
That's what it is. They're putting the pressure on it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and he probably not gonna fold. But if he did, I would understand. I would use it as a marketing ploy and say it's a new era. Yeah, moving forward. Blah blah blah.
Rebranding.
Know that shit. I'm telling you, man. Just reinvest.
You think the Redskins fans gonna go with that shit? I think the majority of Redskins fans is not gonna want to give up.
They might, but it's a new era on things too, though. They can make it attractive, though, man. DC's attractive right now.
I just don't want to fold under these means of people just piggybacking off of shit. Like
I feel that too.
If we change our name to Washington Warriors like in 3 years, I wouldn't mind. But if we do that shit right now, just because you feel like the pressure from all this this bullshit that's happening right now, nah, I'm not fucking with it. I'm sorry.
I agree. I'm with you. I agree.
But that's why I think it would happen now. Because that
colors, man, we gotta keep the colors at the minimum, dog. Like if they do not change those fucking colors. Like I'll be hurt if they change those colors, you know. Like if you said, they change the Washington Warriors. Don't change those colors.
Keep the colors. Add like a charcoal gray or black.
Nah,
change it. My great grandmother Cherokee. I'm offended by the Redskins.
Don't nobody want no charcoal. Don't leave that shit in Philly. Don't want
what? I'm talking about. I'm talking about for like a alternative jersey, man.
Hey, two questions.
Hold on. That shit you
said should be the Washington Reds and just be red and black. Like Maryland.
They won't be called that no more.
That article you sent earlier, Al, talking about like investors are influencing like big companies to step back. That don't matter because if they step back, another one will step in.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
Hey, two questions. So I know
Nike a bullshit ass. Nike said they're gonna step back. Nigga, you make the jerseys. You're gonna have to make our jerseys, stupid.
Nike ain't stepping back.
Yeah.
They want to be involved. They always want to be in the mix of anything that's happening. They
step back. Holler at me. I'll make the damn jersey.
They all over NFL. What's two questions?
So 2 questions. First question. Do y'all think like the allegiance to the Redskins name, hypothetically speaking, is just because like y'all are Redskins fans, like true and true? Or do you know what I'm saying? Like if it was another team, like hypothetically speaking, if it was the Kansas City Chiefs, but they were the Kansas City Redskins, like
that's the same thing though. Like we just said this shit. Like if we get in trouble, they should get in trouble too. The Blackhawks.
I just wanted to ask.
We all in trouble. We all.
No, so I just wanted to ask the question. So I mean, is it because
the Celtics are offensive, bro? Them was like
they changed the name of what's that school? The Sioux. They changed the name of that. Was it in North Dakota or whatever? Sioux Indians. They changed the name of that because of that shit like a couple years ago.
All right, what about the Fighting Irish? Like, what if I'm an Irish person?
Hey, yeah, that's racist, bro.
We're being projected as being
But they like that.
Aggressive.
That you know how like the Irish people had that stereotype that they like to fight, and you know how they square up with
They
like
drunk when they fight.
So it's like what if you fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a stereotyping us because we're the fight. Like, no, them niggas is not offended by that shit. You know
I'm waiting for them to come out. No, somebody gonna come out and say it. Watch.
The reason why nobody gonna come out and say that shit though is because they're not politically. White people aren't tied to the. It's like you're not looked. It's like almost everybody who perceives themselves as a victim is going to be tied to the Democratic Party and shit like that. So they're not going to really have nothing. They don't really need to say that. Like, no one's going to use the pain of the white man being offended as a vote for me because I'm gonna stand for your rights. Like, they ain't nothing to say. Them, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna. There's no emotion to play on with those people. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
All right, and